This week, Super Bowl and all the food pairings. What are you grilling or smoking? We highly recommend using Jonesy Q rubs and sauce this week, straight out of the Mississippi Delta, award-winning pit master, award-winning rubs and sauces. By the way, we've got them all at the All Lifestyle Shop in the township. But you got to stock up. You got to be ready. And whatever you're grilling, smoking, red beans and rice, crawfish etouffee, rotel. It's going to be a beautiful thing, all the dips and so on as we stuff ourselves. And it's going to be a really good game, too, I think, between the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Out of Bounds, 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Went McGee, the Mortgage Man, mortgagemanms.com. Went McGee, he'll shop the best rates for you. The show is also presented by the Golden Moon Casino Sportsbook. That's right, the Golden Moon Casino Sportsbook. Philadelphia, Mississippi, Pearl River Resort. Great place to have some fun, Golden Moon Casino Sportsbook. 105.9 The Zone, ESPN, WRKS. We'll have Kyle Morris in a couple of minutes here on the Coors Light guest line, owner of Live Oaks Golf Club and Roosevelt's. Lunch today brought to you by the Philly Cheesesteak Sandwich at Roosevelt's Live Oaks Golf Club. They're open for lunch Tuesday through Sunday, breakfast on Saturday morning. Try their Philly Cheesesteak Sandwich or wings, and, of course, their delicious cheeseburger, Roosevelt's at Live Oaks. This guy, Todd's trying to tell me that the Sonic chili cheese tater tots are awesome. I'm not buying. Blake, are you?
Isn't that awesome?
I think they were awesome when I was 16.
Yeah, or
or 21 after.
That's what I was about to say.
6 Coors Lights.
If it's all you can get at 3 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome
right.
is always relative, right?
When you don't, it's that don't know any better stage. But that's not something that, I'm sure they're decent. But I'm thinking like tater tots, like you mentioned a fried egg.
Yes.
Maybe some bacon over that, sprinkled over really crunchy bacon. Give me some Louisiana hot sauce. Then I can get into something like that. If not, I'm French fries and onion rings. But I can get into that.
Still doesn't entice me as much. Like tater tots just aren't.
I have actually ordered them in the last couple of years. I never thought in my life I would order them. But at Anchor Bar and Grill in Orange Beach, a friend of mine was with me. He said, dude, they're good. And they were. For tater tots, they were good.
But see, you have to say for tater tots. That's the problem. See, I don't have to say that for fries. No, but you did mean to say it because that's the truth.
I'll tell you who has good fries is Live Oaks.
Yes.
Roosevelt.
Yes. Give me Live Oaks with what who was it? White Denzel talked about on his tater tots.
I'm not mad if Kyle decides to do every now and then
debris
fry
yes.
special.
Heck yeah.
A little cheese,
bacon.
A little bacon.
Yeah.
Or some kind of ground up hamburger meat or sausage.
Yeah.
And some jalapenos in a little cup on the side. I'm good on that.
Heck yeah.
I'm good on that.
I would do that. Onion rings too?
Yes.
Talk about onion rings. Are you a panko or a breadcrumb onion ring guy? I like panko crusted onion rings.
That's interesting.
And don't give me frozen onion rings because I can tell the difference.
No.
It's obvious.
Wendy bought some, we're doing this air fryer thing. She bought onions to slice up and bread. And
I got to get an air fryer. I haven't gotten one.
You really do. I've been I did some salmon in that air fryer on Sunday night.
Yeah, you told me about that.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but just to make onion rings alone would be worth it. Like that sounds really good. I love onion rings.
And it's cold.
Sauce.
I'm not doing as much grilling.
You can't.
You know?
You can't.
And on the lakeside, the wind it's even 20 degrees colder because there's nothing to stop that bad boy. And it's serious. So now this weekend, I may adjust and just bundle up because it does look like it's going to be cold, but no rain on Sunday, which would be nice.
Yeah.
If it's going to be cold, at least I walked out a minute ago. We've got some sunshine. I can do that.
I may go the intelligent but lazy route and just order some like barbecue from Live Oaks or something like that.
Yes.
Make it simple on my life.
Well, they're kind of strutting their stuff and showing out with this menu, Roosevelt's for the Super Bowl. So they've got game day barbecue for for Sunday, and you can order 601-982-1231. They have wings, ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken, sausage, a whole pork butt. You name it, they've got it. Roosevelt's Live Oaks, Super Bowl food. You can order. Got to get your order in by Friday afternoon. Dexter's right. Char has great onion rings. No doubt about it. They do. They have delicious onion rings. We are live in the Bank Plus studio, out of bounds, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN, WRKS. The show is brought to you by the Philly cheesesteak sandwich at Roosevelt's at Live Oaks. They're not open on Monday, but Tuesday through Sunday lunch, Saturday morning breakfast. And try the Philly cheesesteak sandwich at Roosevelt's at Live Oaks Golf Club. We want to welcome in Kyle Morris, the owner of Live Oaks. Played football at Florida and football and baseball. We didn't know that until last week when we had lunch. I know about the football part at Mississippi College. I did not know about the baseball part. And Kyle joins us on the Coors Light guest line. Kyle, good morning. How are you, man?
Good morning, Bo. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. You told us a great story about playing baseball at Mississippi College and getting in a game at Dudy Noble Field at Mississippi State. You've got to share this story with our audience.
Yeah, it was when I went to Florida. I was going to play baseball and football at Florida. I was probably a better baseball player than football, but I stayed in so much trouble at Florida, and not big trouble, but I mean just always screwing up doing something that I could never afford to miss spring practice, otherwise I'd lose my job, so I couldn't go to baseball. So when I came back to MC, I hadn't played baseball in 4 years, and you can lose a lot of skills in 4 years, I learned. But yeah, I was excited getting to go back and play baseball. Coach Gladney, really liked Coach Gladney. He was a tough coach, but that's a very difficult situation rolling into a new school and baseball, especially. Those kids have been waiting and their chance to play, and a lot of seniors. And so I didn't play a lot, but it was fun. And I learned my role, which I'd cut up in the dugout a lot, and we had fun and everything. But we went to Dudy Noble, which was unbelievable. Just the history of that course. Growing up in Palmero and Clark and Brantley, and I mean, thick pin out of the pen, and thunder and lightning. I mean, to be in high school, myself and Scott Williams, we called ourselves Thunder and Lightning at Clinton, because that's just how big, the Mississippi State baseball was then. And so at MC, we went and that was later in the season, and I knew I wasn't going to get in the game. He was going to play his guys, and so I made my nest there at the end of the dugout and had my popcorn, and I didn't even put my contacts in for the game. And I wasn't going to play. I had learned my role, and I was fine, and so I'm down there in about the 6th, 7th inning, something like that, and he yells at me and says, "You're going to hit," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I had to tuck my jersey in, and find me a batting helmet. I probably hadn't hit in a week and a half. And I go in, and I don't know. I told you this the other day. I don't know who the pitcher was for Mississippi State, but when they announced me, I get booed, which was great, because even back then it just means more in the SEC. These are all Mississippi State fans that had booed me in football, so let's boo me at Mississippi College in baseball. And so that it just took all of the butterflies away, because even though you're a senior and 22 years old, and it's still baseball at Dudy Noble Field, and they got some cat on the mound, and he's one of their weekend pitchers, just getting some work midweek, and he's probably throwing 92, 93, and he's got this nasty slider, and so I get in the box, and I've got very low expectations, but my main expectation is just don't be embarrassed. Just don't embarrass yourself. And the very first pitch he throws, I mean, I'm on it. It's a fastball. Without my contacts, I can't see the spin on the ball. I can see location, but I can't see the spin. So, I mean, I'm going after it, and all of a sudden this sucker all of a sudden it's a slider, and it's 3 inches outside, and I just throw the bat head at it. And good contact. And I'm thinking, man, I hit that good. down the right field line. I'm running to first, and I mean, this thing hits a foot foul and a foot from the top of the wall. And I'm like, hey, I mean, I'm jogging back to the batter's box. This is a successful at bat. I'm down 0-1, but this is a successful at bat because I didn't embarrass myself. And I mean, I can still strike out, and I say, yeah, but a foot fair, and all of a sudden I'm, and throws me the exact same pitch, the second pitch, fools me just as bad as the first one, throw the bat head at it. I mean, it's almost a replay, Bo. And I'm running down to first, except this time it hits a foot fair and a foot from the top of the wall. And I'm thinking, oh, crap, I got to get to second. Think about that. I hit the ball off the wall in the right field line, and my concern is, can I get to second? I haven't run bases in probably a month. I probably weighed 250. I was a little bit out of shape. But I coasted into second, and I'm thinking, yeah, all those people booed me. I just doubled at Dudy Noble. I wish I could have a photo because I think Terry Gray was hitting behind me. I probably got a 3-foot lead at second base. I mean, I could have fallen back to the base and landed on the base with my knee. I was so close. I wasn't getting picked off. And he was probably going to have to hit it out of the ballpark for me to score because I was not. I mean, I'm successful at this point. I wasn't going to do anything to embarrass myself after doubling at Dudy Noble. So I'm 1 for 1 at Dudy Noble. That's my college baseball highlight.
That is too good. That's the best. I don't know what's better. The no contacts. I think you said you didn't even bring them, right?
Didn't even bring. I wasn't going to play. I knew I wasn't going to play, which was, I mean, and so I didn't have my contacts, and maybe I didn't need them. I don't know. I'm 1 for 1 without the contacts. My batting average was not that good that year, so contacts might not have mattered.
Kyle Morris, Live Oaks Golf Club, on the Out of Bounds show, telling a great Dudy Noble Field story when he was at Mississippi College playing baseball, and they played Mississippi State. And as Kyle said back then, man, I mean, when you got to play at Dudy Noble, I mean, you were like, whoa, especially post Palmero Clark, Brantley Thigpen. So when you were at second base, I know you just mentioned it, but you were not going to run on just a single or probably even a gap. You were not going to go home on a single or a ball hitting the gap, right?
No. Listen, Bo, it could have been a pass ball and the catcher tears his ACL, and I'm not going third. I mean, I was station to station with absolutely zero chance to be thrown out. I was not going to do it because, I mean, like I said, I had not been on the bases. And it's not like base running's hard, but, them guys are sneaky. I wasn't going to get somebody slipping in behind me, picking me off at second, and I certainly wasn't going to try to have a collision at the plate or have to slide. I mean, God forbid I had to slide. I might have hurt myself by then.
For our listeners, Kyle Morris had spent 3 years with the Florida Gators, and Galen Hall first, then Steve Spurrier, and then transfers into Mississippi College to play both football and baseball. Are you willing to tell the story on how you got to Mississippi College on the Bennigan's thing?
Oh, sure.
Okay, great. Because this may be even better than what you just told.
Well, it was Christmas break, so we had just had the 1990 season, a year with Spurrier, and came home for Christmas break, and I can't remember the local sportscaster. I think he was on ABC, but he did the weekend sports, and we were at Bennigan's. Me and Ben Harrell, my best friend in the world, we're at Bennigan's on Saturday night, and I'm sure we had a few beverages and having a good time. And I see him, and we recognize each other, and we sit and talk, and he just throws out there, hey, why not come back to Mississippi College for your senior year? And I'm making conversation. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. That'd be fun. And that was the extent of it. I got in my car the next morning. I drove back to Gainesville. Sunday night in Gainesville, about 11 o'clock, my phone rings, and my dad's like, did you tell somebody you're going to Mississippi College? I said, well, I was talking with this guy at Bennigan's Saturday night, and the sportscaster and our news guy, and we talked about it, but no, I didn't. He said, well, John Williams, he went on the TV Sunday and said he had breaking news you were transferring to MC, and John Williams just called me and said, is this true? Does he want to come? And I said, well, no, I didn't, no. And he says, well, John wants to know, do you want to? I said, I don't know. Sure. I don't care. Whatever. It was just kind of, I had that 22-year-old college kid attitude. And so I came back and met with Coach Williams, and 2 days later, I'm transferring to Mississippi College. And the best thing, Bo, is I go into Spurrier's office. I call a meeting with Spurrier, and I go to his office, and I go in and, Coach, I'm going to transfer. I would like to play my senior year. I know Shane's your starter, and I love the Gators, but I want to, I'd like to play my senior year, and so I'm going to go back home to Mississippi College. And I'm still kind of hoping, that somebody wants me, and certainly Spurrier's going to try to talk me out of it because he needs a good backup. And Spurrier's like, hey, all right, go teach them Mississippi boys how to play some football. Go teach them what we taught you. All right, good to see you. See you. And pats me on the back. That's it. Yeah, I mean, that was it. He was like, okay, it frees up scholarship. Let's go recruit somebody. Right, but that's the way Spurrier was. So yes, I had no, I came home for Christmas with no intentions, had a casual conversation, and that turns into transferring to MC, which was a lot of fun. I mean, MC, great school, good athletic programs, and enjoyed my senior year. My dad, his office was right down the street, so he got to watch a lot of practices and all that, which he really loved. So it was a good experience.
That's great. But so many people think when young people transfer, it's this long, elaborate, thought-out process. And we're having a couple of beverages at Bennigan's, leads to this. My dad calls. I'm in Gainesville. Boom. I'm at Mississippi College for my senior year. Love it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Crown Royal, I'd probably been at Florida for 5 years, but instead I was there for 4.
That's great.
Listen, it is what it is. I mean,
sure.
I'm legal drinking age. I mean, it wasn't.
Look, I mean, anyway, yeah. Kyle Morris, Live Oaks Golf Club, Roosevelt, joining us on the Coors Light guest line. All right, you guys are kind of flexing your muscles, and I like this. Tell our listeners about what's going on with this game day barbecue from Roosevelt's for the Super Bowl, Kyle.
Well, we've got Buck, who is, we kid him because Buck's kind of our Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything. He can run a chainsaw, or he can run the restaurant, or he can, so Uncle Buck's our go-to guy, and we got him a big smoker. When we opened the restaurant, we went to some of these auctions, and we came across this big smoker, and it kind of looked beat up, and I'm not a smoker, Bo, so I don't know what I'm looking for, but they said it was a good one, and we got it, and started messing with it. He can come off with some ribs and pull forward, and he's done golf tournaments. So excited, for the Super Bowl, it'd be a great time because we're going to do some catering out of Roosevelt's. Not a big deal, but certainly if you got an office of 12, 20 people, or if you want us to come, something we can. But we decided it's a great time to break the smoker out and get it going for the Super Bowl. We've done it several weeks prior where we've done some pulled pork sandwiches and stuff in Roosevelt's. But yeah, we've got a deal. You can go to our social media and find it, or just stop in or call. But we're going to smoke ribs, butts for pulled pork, brisket, chicken wings, and these are the big chicken wings, not little puny chicken wings. Some pulled chicken. We'll have slaw, beans, and mac and cheese, and we've got everything you need if you want to just place an order and pick it up Sunday morning for the Super Bowl or Sunday afternoon, and make things easy on yourself.
So you can place your order by calling Live Oaks 601-982-1231.
That's correct. And we just need the order by Friday.
Okay.
So and we'll have some extras. So don't, if you just wake up Sunday morning and say, man, I might decide I want some ribs, we're going to have some extra, but, you know, to guarantee your order, just get it into us by Friday, the 5th, and you'll be able to pick it up on Sunday. Any orders over $100, we are going to go ahead and take a payment over the phone, but, you know, just call us, put your order in, and we'll have it ready for you Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, game day. Buck is the pit master at Roosevelt's and Live Oaks, and he's doing a great job. As Kyle said, they've got wings, ribs, pulled pork, smoked butts, and brisket, and so on, among other things, sides for the Super Bowl. Get your order in by Friday afternoon, 601-982-1231. Blake, you got a quick – we got about a minute here,
Real
buddy.
quick, Rebel Greg texted us and said, Kyle, do you remember that longest home run you ever hit? He remembers one that you hit against when he played at Pearl against you.
Oh, nice.
Wow, Pearl. I remember against St. Joe at Smith Will Stadium, you know, and I hit it over the Marlboro man out there, and I mean, it was a bomb. And the funny thing is, Jeff Long, Jeff coaches soccer down at Franklin County, now won some state championships at Clinton High School, but now he's but he was on second base, and I hit a ball to center field at Smith Wills, and I thought it was a fly ball to center field, but I caught it solid, so I'm getting it. And whenever I get to second base, I look up, and Jeff's standing there looking over the outfield fence. I almost ran past him. You know, and I had to yell at him to go, and then I look up, and the ball's sailing over the Marlboro man. So you know, it's so different. God, I would so love to play today, because we had no instruction then. I mean, we didn't, you know, our summer league programs were a joke. We were the bad news bears out there in the summer. Ragtag, uniforms awful. These kids now, they've got all these vests and playing 100 games a summer, and we played, our high school schedule was about 17 games. And you had to win your district to make the playoffs. We were always battling with Pearl, you know, to make the playoffs. We made the playoffs one year and went to the state championship series and won to South State and got beat. But everything's a whole lot different now.
Kyle Morris, Live Oaks Golf Club, Roosevelt's for lunch today, the Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Try it. You'll love it. And they've got a great Super Bowl menu for you to order off of. All right, you can find it, as Kyle said, on their Facebook page. Easy to get to. And then you can pick what you want and call 601-982-1231 by Friday afternoon. Kyle, thank you, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Good deal. Thank you.
Kyle Morris on the Coors Light guest line. The Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Live in the Bank Plus studio. If you missed anything, go to Apple Podcast and search The Out of Bounds Show. 4 great guests today. Go to Apple Podcast, search The Out of Bounds Show. See you tomorrow.